All right, folks. Yesterday it was pictures. Today is video. All right. I did mention this bologi over here just for my viewers. Okay. Last year, say around October, I took the remnants of the bologi that was left, the stems, and I put it in this jar of water, and I put it upstairs in that room over there. Okay, close to the window, and it stays like that the whole winter. And now I've brought it out like 2 days ago. Okay, so this is actually climatizing very nicely because the leaves have not really withered, so it's good. I've got compost soil in it and a little bit the granulose you see over there is what do you call it now? These are 2020 fertilizer, organic fertilizer. Okay, I've left it here and you're gonna see it's gonna grow. We're gonna show you that picture. These are pepper, but pepper you need a lot of patience because they take about 3-4 weeks before they can come up. But once they come up, they're good to go. Okay, these are my starter beds as well. So one of the things I actually like planting is bologi because I am Creole from Sierra Leone. One of our favorite food is bitters and bologi. The bitter leaves, you mix it with the bologi and the egusi and eat that with fufu and some dry fish, bagakuta, commonly called kuta. I mean, that goes down very well. Okay, this is they call them distress plant. I got this last year and it's still going. It doesn't die. It's perennial, as you can see, it's budding already. And the beauty of this plant, or this flower I should say, it comes out with different color flowers. As you could see, this one is red and this one coming out is almost orange. I don't know the name of it. I had the name, but I think maybe it flew by. These are perennials as well that I've been transplanting from, well, not transplanting, I've been dividing, and I could divide it again, but that one I find over there, that's the one I'm going to divide actually, so I can get another pot. And that's what you do with plants. And like I said, my favorite bologi is right here. This one was the one that was wrapped and brought out about 3 weeks ago, and I wrapped it up with plastic so that way it created a greenhouse effect. And so you can see how much it has thrived. And these ones I brought them out like 2 weeks ago, and you can see they're not struggling, but they're gonna be fine anyway. They're gonna be well fine. You know, that's how it is around this time. But we have, I mean, the end, it's almost the end of May. We have June, July. They're gonna really come up. You're gonna see. I mean, keep in touch, stay in touch. You're gonna see how good they're gonna go. And in case you're wondering, this plant is a callaloo. Okay, it is not Sierra Leone green, it's callaloo. Okay, and usually they stay in the soil sometimes, and I recycle my soil, so a lot of times you're gonna get leaves. And these are scallion. Again, they're perennials. They don't die. They just keep growing. They come back. They bud in May, and as you can see, that's a bud there, producing more seeds. I could drop the seeds in there if I so desire, or I could actually, you know, this leaf don't belong there. They come out with the tree, right? Or I could actually save them or put them in another pot. Okay, in case you're wondering what these are, when I start doing my seeds, this is what hold the trays together so they don't get blown by the wind. Okay, thank God for this yard. Yesterday the yard was in a state, but as you can see, I've done the yard work. I've actually mowed the lawn. I've cleaned my barbecue area, and over here, in another 3-4 days, I'm gonna see some sour start appearing because actually I put down some seeds over here already. And this year all this is going to be sour, but in this bed you're also going to get callaloo because like I say, I don't plant callaloo anymore. They'll come because I leave them to seed, and that's a lot of times they'll just come back up. So callaloo and saloon green is going to come out, and they're going to be in this bed because they usually around this area. So I'm not too worried about planting those. They're going to come, but mainly you're going to see is sour. And over here is my cassava tubes or sticks or whatever you call them. I mean, I've had them close to about 2.5 weeks now. I'm beginning to see some activities, but I don't want to hold my breath, so I'm going to leave that till I could see something. But yeah, I think that's something right there, as you can see. They're coming out. I mean, it takes a while because the weather over here, we didn't start getting good weather till this week actually, because some nights were very cold and there was frost, so the plants could not have done very well. Okay, this is what I do when I'm protecting my young plants, my seedlings, from the birds. because right now the birds, they have a lot of chicks. They've all hatched. They stop breeding. They start breeding around January, February, March. Come April, May, they're having their chicks and they're very, very hungry and they're trying to feed them. So what they do is they dig the soil. Like you can see this pot over there, they've actually done that mission to this pot. So, but in terms of me actually preserving the plants, the young plants that's going up, I'll have a milk crate and a stone, so that at least the wind don't blow the milk crate, and just leave it on top of that. Usually they wouldn't go into it because they're kind of smart. They don't know if they're gonna go into traps. Okay, I've just tilled the side as well. I don't know yet what I'm gonna put over here. This is a small bed. And this is my favorite tiller. I've had this for almost close to 10, maybe 15 years. Still going strong, right? That's the name there. I forgot the name of this tiller, but anyway, it's been, I think it's a Troy. I might be wrong, you know, but he's saying Francis or whatever, I don't know anyway. But I've had it for a while. Like I said, I've had it 10, 15 years. It's still going strong. So, and that is what has tilled the soil. As you can see, my large area is all tilled. I did that today. Some people say they don't till the soil because into this is more grass and weed and all the rest of it. But guess what? Weed is in the soil anyway, so you can't avoid it. The wind blows the grass onto the soil, and you're gonna have them. That's the beauty of gardening, because you got to be out here actually weeding your plants so they can go and they don't get choked. This we see over here is collard greens. Okay, and collard greens, again, they don't die. You know, winter time, obviously they don't grow that well, but they don't really die. And come May, April, May, they start budding. And as you can see, these are the seeds right there. So what I'll do with these ones, you remember I showed you those bottles over there. Once they get bigger, because you know when they call it full, when the pods are full, you know the word full grown, and then I'll take them off and dry them, and I can throw some of the seeds that will can get collard green. And a nice recipe with collard green, believe it or not, is called turkey burger. If you put some collard greens in the turkey burger, I mean, you got to dice them up or cut it small with some onions, pepper, and tomatoes. Oh, that's the best burger you can ever have. We call them veggie burgers actually, but we do that every year, you know. So, but as you can see, like I say, I've tilled the whole place. Okay, and some of my plants, they're trying, and another one of those things that I did, because like I say, they have tomatoes in there right now, and if I don't do that, what's going to happen? The birds are going to come. And that particular pot has about 5 tomato plants coming up. I'll transplant them to this pot if I don't see anyone coming out, because I believe I have peppers and tomatoes in some of these ones as well. This plant that you see over here, and number one, this is carrot. Just in case you want it, you see this in your garden, you wonder what it is. This is actual carrot. But because I do what you call it now, I do the compost, so a lot of times you see in these things, this could be, I know it's not watermelon, it could be cantaloupe or honeydew melon. Okay, they don't really grow around here, that much I can tell you. So I mean, not so long after that I'm going to take them all out anyway. But that's what these are. These are like parasites or hitchhikers. They're actually hitchhiking on the soil because of the compost, which I'll show you guys. I do. It's not that I introduce the seed onto them, but seeds have a way of finding their way into soil, whatever you do. Okay. Today also I've managed to clean around the side for a little bit. I mean, garden work is not very easy, but I've managed to clean around the side, you know, because I don't know if I'm going to do any wood this time, but in this machine, like I say, I'll leave it out here. It just stays there the whole year, nothing happens. So maybe I might do some coal. That's why it's here, because as you can see, I have wood over there for coal. I have wood on the fire end over there for coal. And this is my next project. I got to clean over here. Maybe tomorrow or Sunday or Monday, I don't know. And that's the way it is. Time really flies, because what happens is I was actually going to plant some green clay seeds in these pots today, but unfortunately it's gone 8 o'clock right now. And these are my compost. Okay, I'm going to come put some water in it in a minute, because you got to put water so you can hit decomposition. Okay, these are all compost bins that I make. I have them, 3 of them going on right now. Okay, this one is done. The same thing happened yesterday. I couldn't get the picture of this because the thing, but anyway, this particular one is done. So I'm using from here already. And let me show you the skill. Again, because birds, I mean, if you listen carefully, you might hear them. They don't sleep till about 9 o'clock. So because of the birds, and I really want to grow pepper this year, what I've actually done, I have this tub. I've actually done some seeds in here. Okay, because this one really is like a chamber. It's a warm chamber. It breathes because you have holes in it, as you can see, right? So hopefully germination is going to be taking place in a minute over here. But that's what I'm doing. Keep the seeds in here, so hopefully they'll come out. Okay, so that's a skill that you can actually employ as well. More especially if you live in a cold environment or colder climate where the weather is not really that, you know. So you put your pot in the top and close it, because that is like a chamber. That's like it's giving it a greenhouse effect as well. But just make sure the chamber has holes in it. That way oxygen can get into it, because you know oxygen will get anywhere. All right, it's getting dark, but this is my exercise that I do usually during the summer. I don't really go to the gym because, believe it or not, I've been out here almost close to 4 hours and I am sweating like you know what. So let me just show you guys this other part. And there's some squirrels over there, nuisance, as you can see them over there. In fact, it's 3 of them. I don't know if you guys can see them. 3 of them over there. The bloody nuisance, the squirrels. I don't tell you what I do to them usually, but they know me. You see, squirrels. It's 3 of them. And sometimes this year I believe we have a lot of them, but I know how to let them get away. So that's okay. I'm not really worried about them right now. So over here, again, these are all perennials. This one is mint, the peppermint, and this one is chocolate mint. This one smells like chocolate, this one smells like mint. Again, I don't plant them. I used to have them over that vine over there, but they would come every year. I decided to transfer them and control them over here. But again, with mint, you can see they're moving over there as well. And that's what it is. Their seeds, they will keep on going until they get to the front. But it's no big deal. They can do that if they want. It creates a nice smell around the area. This one over here is hydrangeas. Again, these are perennials. They stay. I mean, all the leaves fall off in the autumn, but come spring, they start off again. And already they actually body to pull the flowers, to get out flowers out. You can see that, you know. So, and of course, I planted some daisies over here. I just want to see how they go. These are azalea. They bud 3 times in the year. That's what the flowers look like on them. Okay, they already bud in the spring. Back there is canai. Canai is a bulb plant. It's a flowering plant. You'll see it later on when they're tall. They actually go as tall as the window, and they have red flowers. Again, they bulb and leave them on the soil. Once they're close to the house, you can leave them. You know, they'll come back, and they come back every year. Every year they'll come back. And this is their spot that I did designate for them. And of course, I got a rose garden over here too. Like you can see my roses over there. This roses has done so well. I mean, it buds. This is 5 years old, I believe. And they're supposed to be pink roses. I'm not doing so well with the white roses. And that's it down there. I don't even know if it's going to come up or not, you know. But this is yellow. See, that's a big bush. And I have red ones over here, which are really struggling, but I mean, they've been here as well for a while. And that's another red one there that actually transplanted by the stem. Even though some people will tell you that you cannot actually transplant the stem, but you can actually transplant the stem, say around October, November, December, January, because it's not so warm. And it's like they get confused, so they're gonna start bringing stuff out. Not in the summer, because the summer is dry. Okay, and I've not done anything yet to the front, which I usually do. This is strictly for flowers. But again, the huskies, you know, the striped huskies and the green huskies and the lilies and this other bush plant, they stay. I mean, they don't die. They just come back. I mean, they all die. All the leaves will disappear, you know. But come, like I say, April, May, they'll come out again. You're going to see them start pushing out, you know. Same with these lilies. These are other type of lilies. Same thing. They bring a plant out, a flower out, and they die. You know, and I just leave them in the soil, so they come every year. I have a few of them. In fact, there was other whatever they call those yellow ones. Okay, and those ones, those lilies there, they like being close to the house as well. They'll just keep multiplying and multiplying, so we just leave them there, you know. And right now this is what it is. It is what it is. That's a 15 minutes video. I think it's a very long video, but you can see, like I say, I've done all my yard work. I mean, I do have a riding mower, so it's not like I have a push mower that I have to push, so it's quite easy to do. In fact, I do it in one shot, do the back and the front together. Okay, so, but this is my favorite pastime now, because I come out there around 6 o'clock or maybe 5 o'clock, depending on my work schedule, and I'll just do stuff. I got so much stuff to do, because I got to do back there, I got to do in there, and now I got to start planting my crops. I got to start seeing what's going on. But again, the way it is right now, like I tell everybody before this video ends, if you have a backyard, make sure you plant, because things are gonna get mighty expensive. I don't say that is the trend that's going on. So if you can plant pepper, tomatoes, you know, cucumbers or whatever you like to eat, it will do you well, you know, if you could do it. I mean, even in the pot you can still plant in pots. I know people who have a little bit of yard and they have pots. They have those buckets from Home Depot that they'll buy and put stuff in it and just grow stuff, because growing stuff, you can never go wrong. You can never ever go wrong. So that is it, folks. I mean, it's a 60 minutes video. I hope it uploads. If not, I can still edit it anyway. And like I said, that's my favorite tiller, and it's been there forever. I've had it for at least 15 years, still going strong. And well, before I go, the way you maintain these ones, because this is a gas one, make sure after you finish using it, because you usually use it once a year, take off the gas, drain all the gas out, because not only is going to preserve the motor and the parts in it, but you see this bulb over here? If you leave gas in it, because of the corrosiveness of the petrol, I mean, it's a mix, it's petrol, it's gas, and another fluid, because this is a two-stroke engine, four-stroke engine, sorry, right? You got to mix it. It takes a mixture. It's going to eat the rubber, and you have to be replacing this rubber every year if you don't do it. And not only that, if you leave the gas in it, what will happen, right? The gas obviously degrades, and it's going to give you a very hard start, because it's going to go sit in the carburetor. Remember, gas is oil, and if that oil tends to stick in the carburetor, it's going to give you a very hard start, you know. So that's why you drain it. Like me now, I'm going to clean it tomorrow. I'm not going to clean it right now, you know. As you can see, once you do the yard, you can see all those stuff, but these plates, they really come off, so that's no big deal to clean. I might even clean it tonight, who knows. And I'm going to drain all the gas, the gas I didn't use out of it, because that's it. I'm not going to use it again for the rest of the year till next year, God willing. Okay, so I hope you enjoy the video. Remember, backyard garden is my spot, and backyard garden and cooking is Olushola's spot. Okay, so check us out, and let's say follow us on Facebook, like us on Facebook, or whatever the saying is, and check my YouTube channel, Philo Joe. You'll see a lot of other different videos on that YouTube channel. Hope you enjoy it, and I'm gonna keep on giving you a lot of stuff. Okay, so bye for now.